Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks Part 2. And if you didn't watch the first one, you'll be a little confused. There's 219 objects in this letter. So what we need to do is take the Smart Fill tool and fill them in and nudge them over. And you'll see in just a second, I took it from 219 to, I really ought to zoom in to do this, but so now we're at 219 versus 10. 219 objects. Delete them. Left click, right click. Now, nudge it back over to deal. Two ways to do it. All the letters are going to be fine if we take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, except for the O. You could very easily, and for some reason, I need to change my pin outline to double click with nothing selected. Important. Either he's drawing in ½ inch or somebody I'm using before is. I want hairline. Then just take this you could change the whole thing to a stencil, or we could take just a little rectangle, hit the plus key, and then move this down. And then you could weld this, but it's so much easier to just take the virtual segment delete key and swipe right through the middle. Now, I would still smart fill this letter. You can see that's different pieces. Smart fill that and move them over. Take your virtual segment delete key and delete this. Take these two and left click. We'll go ahead and right click in black because that's what we got. And that would cut out. That doesn't look half bad, but if you didn't want to do the stencil, let's back up here and make it not a stencil font. And we could do this. Now this is a little bit extreme, but it'll work. And maybe somebody else will learn from this. You can't just put a bar on this one, so we can take the 2-point line, and we're going to go from that node all the way over to this node. We're going to go from this node all the way over to this node. I am going to take the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to nudge it over twice and I'm going to left click, right click. I am going to take my graphic of my fish and nudge it up, and my lines are there. I can take them away and nudge it back. Now, this is a little bit bumpy because we're into some of the fish. I would straighten this up. And then take the Smart Fill, well, no, we don't have to do that. We've already done it. Go to Effects and Contour. We're going to contour the inside 1/4 inch to the inside. Normally you could break that apart, but we can take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in and nudge it twice back over. And now we have kind of like a box. Now I can take the fill away, and I've got a box inside my box, and I can put this one in it. And best scenario would be to make the letters bigger, but we can't really do that. So what we can do is, in this, he might not want to do this, and I wouldn't blame him. Just take a little rectangle. Now we should be able to weld these two items together. Yep. And then it's pretty much in the center, but it's still going to fall out if we take the Smart Fill tool. Now this whole thing is going to fall out and the letter is going to fall out. Well, we need to somehow adapt it to the other part. So we're going to take the 2-point line. And this is a little bit far-fetched, but it would work. Then what we need to take is the Smart Fill tool or the Parallel Dimension tool and cut out that line. And then cut out this line. And let's see what happens now with look at that. It's a little bit overkill, but it would work. And I think it would look pretty well, and it doesn't have a stencil font. And always look at this with a yellow box background. And you can see the red's going to be fish. Might be better to see it if we make the red black to make it kind of stand out. Just a suggestion, stencil font might work better. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.